Hi, remember me? I used to upload on this channel once. Perhaps you remember, perhaps you don't. And I know I always say I'm going to upload videos consistently, but for once I have genuine excuses. What are those excuses? 4 back-to-back workshops, Georgia, Cappadocia, Lebanon, then my marriage, then my honeymoon in Sri Lanka, which I came back from 2 days ago. So I'm now very conscious that I need to upload on this channel more. And today we're photographing these faces here in Istanbul, 2 that I've been looking to photograph for a while, well, in particular this blue one. Spotted it in January, today we're photographing it, let's crack on. And it's busy, as you can see.
For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is James Kerwin, and this is me. I'm an architecture and interior photographer from the UK that is now based in Istanbul. I love shooting heritage, abandoned places, relics, ruins, hidden gems and ghost towns, as well as off the beaten path locations all around the world. You can catch my content weekly, well, when life doesn't take over. So why don't you join me for the ride by subscribing, and you can also check out my website in the description below. Welcome to the enchanting city of Istanbul, where east meets west in a mesmerising blend of history, culture and beauty. One of the world's most captivating destinations, Istanbul, as I'm often told, straddles 2 continents, Europe and Asia. With a rich tapestry of ancient architecture, bustling markets and vibrant modern life, Istanbul offers a captivating experience like no other. As a photographer and a tourist, you can immerse yourself in the city's vibrant energy, where the call to prayer echoes through the skyline and the Bosphorus Strait gleefully weaves its way between these 2 continents, connecting, of course, the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. Photographing in Istanbul, though, can be often a double-edged sword, offering incredible opportunities while presenting unique challenges to even the most skilled photographers. I'm going to talk more about these challenges later in the episode, but for now, despite these challenges, photographing in Istanbul can be immensely rewarding. The rich history, the stunning architecture, vibrant culture, warm-hearted people offer endless opportunities to create powerful and memorable images. And with careful planning, patience and a touch of creativity, you can overcome the difficulties and capture the true essence of Istanbul. One of the areas often overlooked to a fast-paced visitor is Arnavutköy, a charming and picturesque neighbourhood located on the European side of Istanbul. It sits right alongside the banks of that Bosphorus and offers itself as an excellent spot for photography enthusiasts. The neighbourhood streets are filled with vibrant colours, with blooming flowers, painted doors and shutters. These elements add character and liveliness to your street photography, making it a delightful place to wander and capture daily life scenes. And finally, Arnavutköy is renowned for its well-preserved Ottoman architecture. The streets are lined with beautiful traditional wooden waterfront mansions, and these architectural gems provide a glimpse into Istanbul's past and offer a fantastic opportunity to capture some stunning facades and architectural detail.
So we're back and we're photographing again, which is going to be difficult for the next couple of weeks because I actually broke a lot of equipment in Lebanon, which was kind of a disaster actually. I broke both my tilt shift lenses, my 24mm and my 17mm tilt shift. The 17 is currently in England, just finished being repaired, and it's getting shipped back to my mother as we speak. My 24mm is in my camera bag and we're going to be using it today, but the shift mechanism has broken on it. So it works, the optics are fine, but the shift mechanism is not the best. So we have to be very careful with it. I also broke my clip for my microphone, and on top of that, in Sri Lanka, I dropped my wide angle, this one that I'm filming on, and broke the polarizer as well, smashed it. And that was not cheap. It's been a bit of a disastrous few months. I've been still very busy. I've been working like silently, mostly on print sales and stuff like this. But I'm back to filming. I'm going to be taking you back in time over the next few weeks as well, because I actually filmed videos in Georgia, Cappadocia and Lebanon, although not too many, and I'm going to upload them after this one. But I'm back to filming, and today Like I said, we're going to crack on with these buildings here. I've got two images that I want to get. I want to get, well, in Turkish they say this word, or these words, yedi yedi, it means like 50-50. Like you'd say it at like a dinner time, like a splitting the bill or something. But here we're going to be doing a yedi yedi of these two faces, old and new. Well, I say new, it's already starting to decay. But I want to get that 50-50 shot, and I want to get one photo of the face, just of this blue one as well. And they're obviously going to renovate at some point in the future, because of this one here has already started and the one next door has been done. It's just the faces that I want to photograph, as I said. There's a few challenges which I'm going to talk you through now. So the first things that we need to bear in mind are we're in a very busy area. I've come early as possible, dropped my wife off at work, but the area is going to get busier. We're down by the coast on the Bosphorus. We're right in front of the kind of the main waterway here just behind me. The road here is extremely busy, so I'll be careful with that. And also the sun is rising here on this position, so it's going to start getting difficult from a side on view. The lens is going to start getting filled with light from one side if we're not careful. So yeah, I've got to be careful, and they're the main observations here. I'm going to have to get, when I shoot the blue one, some positional things. I'm going to have to kind of move into the road a little bit, be careful, grab the shots and then move back. So it might be difficult to film that bit, but the rest of it, yeah, it should be quite simple and straightforward. Settings as usual, normally quite similar with these types of things. The face of the building, f8, ISO nice and low, nice sharp images. Things that I've had to bear in mind are, for example, these traffic cones right here. I'm not sure whether they're really kind of part of the aesthetic or not. They don't exactly look great, so I've had to bear that in mind. That parked car, of course, right there, and the actual ongoing traffic, which, as you've seen already in this video, can be problematic. So I've got two shots in mind that I want to do this morning. The first one I've lined up already, and it's kind of like the faces of the two, the neighbouring building and the one that I actually came to photograph. I feel like the contrast between the two, the white and the blue, is pretty cool. And if I can frame it up, the final result cropped, it's going to look pretty cool. And you can see that's what I've done there. The sun has now started to come out, as you can see on the frame here, actually in video. I've got to be very careful now because it might start creeping in on the side of my frame. The sun's coming up, it's darting in and out behind clouds, so I need to get a move on. Let's get this shot, shall we? Let me make this brighter for you so you can see what I'm doing, but this is my first photo. I've lined this up like so. And yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And that's what we want to do. So I'm going to shoot that. As usual, 3 brackets, 2 stops apart. Not much different to like an interior photograph. I'm going to just change my exposure down. I'm going to shoot that. And we're happy. 1/60th of a second is my middle exposure. And I think it would actually be enough. We have got the sun creeping in now on the left-hand side of the frame. So again, I have to be very, very, very careful. Not easy at this time of the morning. So I mentioned at the start of this video that photographing in Istanbul can be a double-edged sword, offering incredible opportunities while presenting unique challenges to even the most skilled photographer. So I've decided to list out a couple of reasons, or actually 7 or 8 reasons why this is the case. And I'm going to try and go through this at a fair speed, but number 1 is crowds and tourists. Istanbul is a major tourist destination, attracting millions of visitors each year, and while this adds to the vibrant atmosphere of the city, it can be challenging to capture iconic landmarks without the crowds of people in your frame. Patience, timing, important. Both are actually crucial to finding the right moments for a clear shot. Number 2, navigating the busy streets. Istanbul's narrow, winding streets and bustling markets can be charming, but they are chaotic, and manoeuvring through the crowded alleys to find unique perspectives can be physically demanding, especially if you say of ill health or not great on your feet. This may require then some creative positioning to capture the perfect shot. Number 3, the change in light. Istanbul's climate can vary significantly throughout the day, the month, and even the year, with bright sunshine, cloudy skies, occasional rain. This is ever changing, and it can be difficult to get consistent, achieved, desired lighting, say, for conditions in your photos, especially when capturing like architectural details, exteriors, that kind of thing. Safety and security, of course, like any large city, photographers need to be cautious about their surroundings. Crowded places can attract pickpockets, and that's no different in Istanbul. Number 5, historical sites and regulations.
Many of Istanbul's historical sites, such as, say, Hagia Sophia, have strict regulations regarding photography. Tripods may not be allowed and they may require special permits in other places. Respecting these rules while trying to capture stunning images can be a delicate balancing act. And number 6, combined with number 7, for me, are the two key ones. Abandoned or derelict sites. Well, I've found it difficult to gain access to many, and there are plenty. Disused palaces, mansions, synagogues, hammams here, but this is a conservative world, mostly. And that means they're not always open to having photos online or shared, or maybe they don't understand the reason for you being there. And that draws me in to number 7, the language barrier. While English is commonly spoken in tourist areas, there may still be a language barrier when trying to communicate with locals outside of these main tourist spots. This can make it challenging to gather the information, ask for permission to take photos, or gain access to certain places. See the point above. But despite these many challenges, photographing in Istanbul can be immensely rewarding. Stunning architecture, culture, create powerful, memorable images, and it shouldn't put you off. Just be patient and dig in there.
Okay, I quite like that. It's pretty good. And now I'm going to move on to the second shot, which is going to be just the face of this blue one over my shoulder here. And that's the one that I came for. Let's do it. There is a cloud coming, so we have a little bit of hope that soon we can just get that one shot off. Position myself, I'm a little bit off center at the moment, so I'm just going to come across to where I should be, which is more like here. And what I keep doing is I keep darting. I should be a little bit earlier really, but I had to drop off my wife at work. And what I keep trying to do is I keep trying to step forward into the road as the traffic doesn't come, and just bring my camera from this position further forward to fill the frame a little bit more with that there. The tilt shift is actually, I said to you a minute ago, a bit broken. Luckily it is stiff enough to stay in position and works. The optics are fine, it's just the shift mechanism. And then we're looking here. I say better because you can see what I've done there. Filled the frame again, taken the photo. I can ignore the cars to some extent because in my frame, of course, they're well out, and that's my photo there. Let's see. It's a shame the third one isn't actually is not out and exposed, because that would actually be a brilliant little triptych of the three houses. But I've got to be careful with the lighting. It's a little bit overexposed on my brightest exposure, so I'm going to go for that again. Okay, so which of these images did you like? The blue, the 50%, the 50-50, the yada yada? Which one was it? Tell me in the comment section below. Until next time, yeah, we're going to be here in Istanbul, followed by those videos all the way through my workshops. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, see you all very soon. Let's go and get some breakfast, shall we? Bye for now.